Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to another episode of Coffee Talk with Mimi. We are here with another episode that involves around the holidays because, again, we have Thanksgiving that's coming up, we have Christmas that's coming up. So, basically, between November and December, that's basically what we're going to be talking about. All the guests that are going to be joining us, they're going to be talking about everything evolving around the holidays. But of course, your girl got to bring you some tea. So we're going to share some good and amazing tea. I hope you guys had a wonderful week because, it has been a week, not just for me, but also for social media. And I am sure if you are watching, if you are a social media fan, you know it. You see everything that's happening. So we're going to stay tuned and then we're going to come back. Oh, we're going to share the tea with you. Stay tuned.
This show is brought to you in part by Saveur La Kai Cliff. Oh my God, amazing cremas. There is none like it on planet Earth. You heard it from me yourself. Put a little cube of ice in it, stir it up, drink. It makes good for nice events. If you're having an event, he sponsors it well. So contact him, follow him on all your social media platforms, and thank you, Cliff, for all your support.
Okay, y'all, so we are back. I know you guys love it when I share some tea with you guys, but before we go ahead and we share some tea, your girl just celebrated 7 years, okay? She's been booed up, married, like doing her thing with her hubby for 7 years. Your girl is here, I just celebrated 7 years with my husband. We have been together for 10 years overall, and it was beautiful. Okay, it was so nice. I always say number 7 is the lucky number, so we took a beautiful trip to Panama, where we spent some good quality time together, and we got to just experience a different culture. If there was one thing my husband and I we agreed on as we were getting together, is that travel was so important to us. Like, we had to travel, whether it's once or twice a year. We had to make it a thing where we take times for ourselves, not only to travel but to experience new cultures, because I'm not the type of girl that, although I am an influencer, that just stays in hotels and just take pretty pictures just for the social media, for the gram, like people said. I want to learn more. Like, I want to learn more about the culture. I want to know more. Like, for example, we stayed at a hotel in Panama, which I'm not going to mention because, of course, I'm not getting paid for it, okay? But if you follow me on social media, I kind of sort of did tag them. So you might be able to see where we stayed. Let me just say that hotel had so much to offer when it came to the culture. And where we stayed at that hotel, they have like a winery, like a wine cellar down there. They held people captive down there at that cellar. So it really means a lot to them. It really represents something. And that hotel, when I tell you, it's very cultural, and the architecture in this hotel was just everything. They have like 3 different wings. They have the Spanish, the French, and the American. Listen, everything, customer service, everything was just on point. So we really enjoyed it. We got a chance to go visit the area because it was within the downtown area. We didn't do too much as we would want to because they had a protest going on around that time, but we had a chance to really visit the culture and to learn a little bit about it. And one of the things that we did too is that we had a chance to actually go around the boat area and to taste the actual food from the country. Like, we went to their marketplace, like we call in Haiti timache. Okay, we went and we visited. We actually had food with the locals. And again, I feel like when you're traveling, this is really what it is about. Learn their culture. I'm not saying, again, do just get cute and, just stay at the hotel, take photos. But I feel like there's so much more that you can explore when you travel. So, always take the time, like a day or two, just learn about the culture. So we did just that. Although the first 2 days we were there, it was raining, y'all. but we didn't let it stop us. We sure did enjoy ourselves. So I want to know, anybody celebrating something special this November? Like it could be like a wedding anniversary. It could be like a birthday. What do you have plans? And again, I know November is a holiday month. Things might be a little bit, like more expensive to travel, but I sure hope you did plan ahead, because I always say when you're traveling, always try to plan at least 3 to 4 months ahead, if not 6 months, because things are getting more and more expensive. And the more you plan ahead, the better it is for you. So let me know in the comments, what are you guys planning for this month? Or are you celebrating something special? Let me know, and I look forward to reading your comments. Stay tuned. Again, I know you're waiting for the tea, so this might not be interesting to you, but it is good, okay? 7 years being married. This is special. And with my husband, and with the fact that we have kids together, to me it means a lot. So happy anniversary to you again, baby. And thank you for all that you do for us, for our family. And thank you for, just being yourself and being such a good and amazing husband. So yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to share more teas with you.
The exotic liqueurs are made with fresh fruits, no preservatives, and a fine grade white rum blend. This is an effort to mimic the taste and scent of the islands of Haiti.
Okay, y'all, we're back, we're back, we're back. I hope you guys enjoy my little conversation about my wedding anniversary. Okay. So I know you guys have been waiting on the tea, right? It is all over the internet right now. That is the only thing that is trending right now that people are so interested in. And I know you already know what I'm talking about. We're talking about Cassie that actually gave Diddy a lawsuit, y'all. They were together for about 10 years, I believe. 10 years, I think, okay? And she decided to go after him in a lawsuit. And she said that there was a lot of assault and there was a lot of rape involved. And there was so much, like as far as a lot of mess that was happening in their relationship. Listen to me, this thing has been buzzing, and I did not even know so much that was going on around Diddy's circle and everything that he was doing. I didn't find out those things until the lawsuit, okay? I heard so much about Kim Porter that he was dating. I heard so much about J-Lo. I heard so much about, I forgot, there was one of the boyfriend. I don't know if it was Cassie's boyfriend at that time. The car blew up. It was so much that I found out. But the most interesting part about it all, y'all, it has not even been 24 hours. Okay? Not even 24 hours. They decided to settle on the lawsuit. So now I'm gonna need for y'all to stop saying that, oh yeah, it was all about money, because I feel like this is deeper than money. Because think about it, 30 mil. The girl is dating someone who actually has money, okay? I'm not saying money doesn't play a role in this. It could be all about money. But to me personally, my opinion, don't forget, we're just sharing our opinion on this. I feel like she kind of opened the doors for others to actually say something and come forward if they want to come forward. And the fact that Diddy was so quick to settle, I feel like there is something behind it. Why would you be so quick to settle? Like, you do not want her to come out and say certain things. There is probably a lot that you're hiding. Like R. Kelly had the closet. Where are you hiding? I don't know. You got to tell me. But I feel like there is so much more within this because he settled too quick. Was there too much pressure for Diddy? Is there so much that's going on? I even saw something about Justin Bieber on there. I was just like, that poor little thing, how did he even get involved? So I feel like there is so much more. And especially on TikTok, yo, I promise you, TikTok got the information, okay? They coming through with the news, okay? They're sharing so many other videos in the past of women that were talking. I forgot her name, Aubrey, I think, from Kennedy Kane. She said that she's been warning people about what Diddy's been doing and what Diddy wanted her to do that she refused to do. So again, why was he so quick to settle? Let's not think about money right now. Let's just put money on the side because it was just too quick for me. I felt like there was so much more that was involved in it. So I want you guys to think, yes, money is everything. Money is power. Money is this. Money is that. We know he got it. But we also know that he got people behind him that can do much more than that, right? So I want to hear what you guys got to say because to me, this is interesting. This is very spicy. This is very interesting. And I noticed that it's a lot of the blogs or a lot of the radio stations that are not really touching much on it. You know, there's a lot of things that they don't want to say. But again, we're just going by our opinion from what we see from the blogs and from what other people are sharing. We're sharing our opinion as well. So let me know what you guys think. Let's open this for discussion. So share your comments right down below, on our YouTube channel. Share your comments. I want to know what you guys think. And we'll be right back because, again, we have a lot more we're going to talk to you about today, okay? So we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
I know we've been hearing it about real estate. Oh, the economy is gonna crash. It's gonna do this. It's gonna do that. Listen, look no further in Broward County but Ben Ulysse. He is an amazing realtor. He has an amazing team. You need to rent, buy, Airbnb, whatever it is. Contact Ben for all your needs. He got you, and he's down to earth. So don't worry. He understands the credit and all of that you got to unpack. Trust me, we know. Contact Ben, and he will be the best decision you made before the last quarter ends in 2023. Thank you, Ben. We love you. You are amazing. Follow him on all your social media platforms.
Okay, y'all, we're back. I know that was a lot. We shared a lot of tea, but we had to give it to you because, listen, that Diddy information, it was a lot, okay? I was on TikTok, I promise you, all day yesterday because it was so much information that they were sharing. I wanted to read it all because I wanted to make sense of it all, okay? But I hope you had your cup of coffee just like I did because, listen, as I was reading, I was just like, because us Haitians, we be like, listen, we be sharing, we be reading. Listen, I was all up on it, okay? But as we're talking about us being Haitian, I really wanted to wish us a happy Bataille de VLTL day because I know that today we're recording on the 18th. Today is such a special day for us. So I really wanted to take the time to say happy Bataille de VLTL day to us. And I know us Haitians, we are resilient and we are fighters. Like, we don't give up, y'all. Like, we are like one of the strongest people that I know. So I really wanted to take the time to say that to us because I know today represents something special for us. And we also have the canal that we're building. And it was supposed to be a celebration for the canal today too. But from what I read on social media as well, it's not going to be as big, but they're still going to do something around the canal that they're building right now. So now we have Thanksgiving that's coming, right? Like I said, we are so close by the holidays. So with Thanksgiving that's coming, meaning that we're going to be around our families or our close friends. There's so much interaction that's going to be happening. And one of the things that I do love about the holidays, to be honest with you, is the fact that people are more happy. I don't know why. I feel like people are more happy. The mood is better. The mood is different because it's I don't know, the holiday brings joy. It really does, and you see more people willing to just be around their family, well, the ones that they're happy with or the ones that they're friends with, just to celebrate, just to enjoy, just to have a good time. And we know that Thanksgiving, of course, is all about giving thanks. So we have a guest that's going to be coming, y'all. And I know you guys are excited. Chef Val is going to be joining us. Not only we're going to talk about Thanksgiving, we're going to talk about the holiday overall. And she has some special dish she's going to be sharing with us. And, we're going to talk about everything food. One of the things that I know, if you never had Chef Val's food, you're missing something out of your life, okay? When I say her food, I'm not talking about just one dish. I feel like everything she has tastes good. And even our cameraman, listen, I'm going to have him taste the food, okay? Because the food is so good, you have to have it, all right? So she's going to be sharing some special dish with us. But I really want to take the time to wish you guys, a special happy Thanksgiving, enjoy this moment. Even if you don't have families that are here in the States, anybody that is super close to you, find a friend, go spend that moment with a friend. Because I know that although we do get excited around the holidays, some people, they don't have that opportunity to be around people that they love or they care for. Just find a friend or invite someone that's going through a hard time. Just put a smile on somebody's face. Again, Thanksgiving, give thanks. Just give thanks for life, give thanks for food, give thanks for the fact that you are alive and well, and just make the best out of the day. Just enjoy it, enjoy the good food, enjoy the laughter. And right now we are about to bring Chef Val in so we can enjoy that conversation with her and whatever dish she has. So stay tuned, okay? Because it's about to be a whole food and laughter and all the conversation in her book, all of that. Stay tuned. We're coming back. All right, everyone. We are back. And as promised, we have Chef Val here with us. And guess what, y'all? We outside, okay? Chef Val got us outside. We're doing something different for you today. So we have the amazing here. I'm going to let her introduce herself. Chef Valerie Villemay, welcome to the show. We're happy to have you.
Thank you. It's me, Chef Val, she said. And we are here. I had to bring her outside. I said, no, it's beautiful outside. Let's come out from the inside and just kind of do a cute setup outside.
And we didn't want to burn the clothes, okay? Because we're going to be cooking, okay? So, we didn't want to burn anything.
That was a surprise to her. She didn't know I was about to actually put her into work. But we're working today. So.
We're ready. We got this. So talk to me. Tell us how you got into cooking. Because I know growing up Haitian, you have to learn how to cook, especially if you're a woman. So let me know, is it this is something you picked up as you were growing up, or is it that you always had a love for cooking?
Growing up, I did not know I was about to become a chef. That was complete by default.
Okay.
I remember being young, and I'm talking about the tender age of under 9 years old. That I was so curious. Every time the elders were cooking, the grandmas, the grand aunts were cooking, and I was that curious child that just always wanted to be there. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with the tomato cans. I remember literally getting an empty tomato can, and they would give me all the blend, the little extra unnecessary things that they don't need in the meat, and I would try to mimic what they were doing.
Wow.
And I would just take a couple of charcoals that they were cooking with, and I would just use the little scrape of epice and everything, and I would cook it. I don't remember if I ate it.
Okay.
But I know I was very interested in just learning, and that's how I got
So there was a curiosity there,
very much so. Very curious about one, but I had no idea I would have been that interested in it.
Okay, so then now my other question for you is, when you moved here in the States, did you actually go to cooking school, or was it, again, something, from picking up as you were little, and then you just, started having the passion for it, and from there, is it like you started cooking for family and you were like...
It was definitely a passion for cooking.
Okay.
I did not go into a formal culinary. I'm more of a self-taught chef.
Wow.
But I had a lot of hands-on training from higher executive chefs in the industry.
Okay.
High-end restaurants, we're talking about multi-million-dollar restaurants that I had a lot of experiences from. And of course, certifications. Okay. But as far as to say that I went to a culinary art school, it was very much self-taught.
That's
I
amazing.
do feel like cooking is truly a passion. School teaches you techniques, safety, how to handle food, how to make the plate look beautiful. But when you have it deeper within, you can actually get way more creative with the ingredients. You can play with the ingredients because you're going with the flow with your palates.
Okay.
So I think passion was definitely the game for me.
And one of the things with us Haitians, when we're cooking, listen, we put ingredients, okay? We're not just, and there's something that she mentioned which is true. You know how in cooking shows, they're showing you, okay, one cup of da-da-da-da-da. No, Haitians, we feel like it belongs there, we add it there, okay? If it's gonna give it a good taste, we add it there, okay? So we kind of mix everything to actually get a good taste. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I know when I'm cooking, if I feel like it's gonna give it a good taste, we're gonna put it on there.
You pretty much gotta trust your ancestors at this point.
Yes.
You stop when they tell you to stop, and you keep going until they.
But
you gotta trust everything that you're doing with cooking. Even though we're not a culture that specifically measure, knowing quantity and knowing how to work with ingredients is very important, because this is the reason why everybody cooks different.
Correct.
So you gotta know your palates, you gotta trust your palates, and you gotta know what the turnout. Most importantly, you gotta be satisfied. There's no rules to cooking. I say there's no rules, but you have to trust what you're doing is something that you can not just for you to eat, but whoever you want to serve it to can enjoy it as well.
You hear it. There is no specific, way of doing it, of going about it. As long as you make sure that the food tastes good,
Final
we
results.
have to have some épices, okay? Because us Haitians, we got to taste the épices in the food. So that's why one of the things that I love about her food, like when she cooks, I'm telling you, automatically, you already know it's her food. Like that's one thing I always say. When you taste Chef Val's food, like there's always something. I don't know if she has like, do you have a special dish, like some kind of signature dish or some kind of special like ingredient that you add on there that automatically people know like it's you?
I'm a big believer in consistency.
Okay.
And I think that if you're committed to being consistent with what you're doing, therefore you will always have the same process. People, like you said, people will know when it's you.
Yes.
So I follow a certain pattern where with my ingredients, as much as I love exploring, I do love exploring. But however, no matter what I'm doing, if I keep the same consistency flow, you're going to get the same result.
Okay.
So I don't have a signature dish, but I do have what I guess is a signature taste.
Okay.
Because like she said, people will kind of notice. So I created more so my base, my épices, my spices, where I always use the same similar ingredients. Even when I'm playing with them, I step out. If I'm making something sweet and savory, I play with the savory, but the sweet, but I keep the savory part the same.
Okay.
So therefore, that signature remains. So
okay.
Therefore, it's really that.
We're gonna come back because listen, we're gonna cook live, and we have a lot more questions to ask Chef Val because again, she has a cookbook and she has her épices that is out. And if you guys have tried it, and I'm sure you guys have ordered more, so we have a whole lot that we're gonna be talking about with Val. Stay tuned. Who doesn't love a good picnic? And who doesn't love a Black Lux picnic? For the past 2 years, Black Lux has been giving you the most luxurious picnic. And we are inviting you on Saturday, February 24th at the Sunset Cove in Boca Raton for another Black Lux picnic. And guess who's gonna be there, honey? Bobby Valentino himself is going to be performing there. So grab your girls, even grab your boyfriend or your husband, okay? Just have them come. We're gonna have a great time at the Black Lux picnic on Saturday, February 24th, 2024. The tickets are available right now on Eventbrite. Ladies, get your beautiful outfit ready. And for all my plus size girls, come shop at Mimi's Boutique because we're gonna have all those sexy picnic outfit ready for you, okay? So come on, join us on Saturday, February 24th at the Black Lux picnic in Boca Raton. See you there. Okay, y'all, so we're back. We had a chance to learn a little bit more about Chef Val, how she started cooking, her love for it, her passion for it. So we pretty much, just cut that out, out of the way. So now we're getting ready to cook. So what are we cooking right now? Like, I'm excited.
Well, it is around the holidays.
Yes.
Now, one thing about being Haitian, to be honest, being Caribbean overall, every day is a holiday because we eat whatever we want.
Yes.
Whenever we want. So therefore, I don't know. I know there's a couple of things that are your favorites
like
in
the
the
mac
book
and
or in the
cheese.
stuff, like the mac and cheese, like she say.
Like the boulette.
Like the... Surprisingly, she said those two, because that's exactly what we're planning on doing.
The boulette, by the way, is meatballs. So if you catch me saying a little Creole in there, I'm going to translate it to English because I know not everyone who's watching speaks Creole. So the meatballs, when we say boulette, is meatball. So you're gonna learn a little Creole in there. So.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do for you is I'm actually gonna show you the process, the steps by steps of how I actually make my signature mac and cheese. The signature mac and cheese is also in the book, but it's one of the most highly recommended item in the overall if you're a fan of Val's Kitchen, and if you're not, it'll help you become one. So I'm actually gonna start by showing you on the ingredients. Of course, your ground beef. Ground turkey if you want, or meatless if you're not a fan of meat. We have all three options whenever I'm serving my guests. The different cheeses. I like to use my Velveeta, my cream cheese. I love to use ricotta, cottage. Don't knock it till you try it. And then I also like to have a blend of different cheeses, which is Fiesta blend. It's a mix of yellow and white cheese, mozzarella and cheddar. Sharp cheddar preferably, but you can go mild or medium if you wish to. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do here, and let's not forget, like she mentioned, épices. You can't go wrong with the épices. In here, I have a little bit. Everything is kind of portioned already, so we can expedite this. In here, I have my épices, which already included my citrus, my fresh lime juice, and my hot pepper, just to make sure that we have it on hand. So what I have here, of course, also a little bit of tomato paste. We're gonna start. I'm actually gonna put Mimi to work as well. So
Listen, let me put the phone down,
so I
okay?
won't
So
be
I can
getting
get
no
to
phone
work.
call if I'm gone missing. So she could have the recipe for the mac.
Yes.
Typically, I actually love to just marinate the meat first, or you could just put the meat in the, because all that does is just pretty much adjust your flavors even more.
Okay.
So therefore, small batch, very small batch, because we're just showing you guys. So therefore, I would marinate. Like I said, it already has the citrus, it already has the pepper. I want to go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and mix in my meat. If you don't mind holding this for me real quick.
I got you.
Also, this right here is a special blend of my all different spices. This probably will be available in the future. It's a special blend of different spices that I combine to give me a complete seasoning, which actually, if you don't have the blended ippies, what we call our marinade base, this will do the trick for anything.
Oh, so basically
the dry version of the wet version. And I promise you, I can almost guarantee you can use it as a rub over chicken breast, salmon, anything. Throw it in your meat, boil your meat. You won't really know much of a difference if you run out of ippies. I know a lot of people that will not cook if they don't have ippies blended.
Yes.
And my mom is one of them.
I am one of them.
So therefore,
yes.
if in the case where we're gonna go ahead and sprinkle a little bit, if in the case,
and you said
didn't
this will
have
be
ippies?
available in the future, right?
Yeah, in the near future, I'm working on it very much so.
Okay.
But I want to perfect it. I'm in the lab. I'm in the lab.
Okay,
and of course,
good.
again, you mix everything in. This right here is all you need. So always, anytime you use a marinade base, I would advise that you guys adjust the seasoning with your dry herbs, the same dry herbs that you add on your blended spice, just to increase the flavor. So at this point, we're gonna start cooking our meat. Okay. We're gonna add the tomato paste. And you can go ahead and mix that up, Mimi.
Which one? This?
Yes.
Okay. Husband, I'm doing this, okay? So when I get home this week for Thanksgiving, I got you, boo, okay?
At this point, you should already smell a nice fragrant with everything because of the ippies, the dry herbs, and everything like that. And also what I love to enjoy, what I also like to add is a mixture of peppers and onions. It's not mandatory, it's optional, but at this point, we are too grown not to like onions. So put a little onion in your food.
Yes.
So we have some yellow onions, which is white onions, purple onions or red onions, and red bell peppers and green bell peppers. Just a nice medley, just to give it a nice fragrance and color to it. So therefore, this would be our basic going. If you guys can kind of see this here, this is what we have going on here. To just give you the base of the signature mac. This is very important. This is the part I'm most sensitive about. Because if you don't get this right, it's not going to be a signature mac. I'm very sensitive about this.
Listen to me. This smells so good, guys. It looks good. It smells good. I am telling you. Oh, my God. This is, ooh.
This alone, you could eat it by itself.
That's what I was going to tell you. I feel like you could. Yeah.
A taco, mix it over a salad. I don't know. But you could do whatever you want to do with this
Haitian,
part.
we eat pan with everything, okay, which is bread, by the way.
So right this point, all the flavors are in here. And I can eyeball it and already say that it tastes good because I'm used to it.
Okay.
But by knowing the right amount of ippies, that's what the ancestors, you know, you got to have a conversation with your ancestors. Because if you heavy-handed or light-handed, you're going to miss something that's going to make it lack a little bit.
Okay.
But at this point, we have a nice, beautiful color. The tomato paste also helps, because it helps soften up the texture of the meat instead of just making it look kind of ragged a little bit. So it just gives you that soft texture, that velvety texture when you add a little bit of tomato paste to that.
So do you get in your zone when you're cooking? Like, you just focus on that? Like, you forget about everything else? Is it therapy to you? Let's just put it that way.
Cooking is definitely therapeutic.
Okay.
It is. If I'm stressed, I'm cooking. Even though, believe it or not, I love to cook, but I'm not a foodie like that.
Okay.
I love to play around with ingredients. I love to cook. I love to host. I love to cook for people. As you can see, like, you could call me if I'm in the mood. I'll cook for you. But even if I'm not really eating it, I just love to play with ingredients. So it's definitely. I'm not one of those that cook out of emotions, though.
Okay.
That was one of the first questions that I was asked. Do I cook out of
emotions? And
emotions?
that's actually what I was going to ask you next. So I'm glad you answered that.
Yes. Because a lot of people, believe it or not, actually cook out of emotions, meaning that If you're having a bad day, it reflects on your food. If you're
Correct.
having a great day, it reflects.
Correct.
It doesn't matter what mood I'm in. The consistency is there because I'm a big believer in that.
Okay.
So at this point, this is completely done, and we're gonna jump right into the macaroni part of the noodles, and then we're gonna mix all our dairies into the noodles and throw that in there and see what our mac is gonna be like. Now, if you're a fan of macaroni and cheese, most of us know it's just a bunch of different cheeses in your macaroni. Your noodles of choice. So again, there's no rules to cooking. It's whatever you like. So my signature mac consists of mostly shells pasta. I always use shells pasta. I used to love creating where I'm always trying different shells, but I was told if it's gonna be a signature, keep the same noodle. Now, if in the case that you see I use a different noodle, just mean like the store didn't have it, so I use an alternative, which was equally good.
So may I ask why this particular one? Was it like from using it the first time and you fell in love with it, and then that's why you decided to just use that particular one, or is it just the one you wanted?
To me, elbow is typical, as well as I think our signature one is rigatoni, which is the big one that Haitians love to use.
Yes, that's correct, which is the one that I always use as well.
I love shells just because it accidentally fell into my lap, and I love how, almost just like the rigatoni, it sucks in the cheese, the meat, everything goes inside the shells, and it's just easy. It's a nice size, so therefore it's not too big, it's not too small.
Correct.
Like I said, I naturally fall in love with it, and we've been friends since.
Okay, good.
So right now, just of course to shorten the time for you guys, I've already explained that my cheese of choice is the Velveeta bar, and of course cream cheese. Write them out, portion it however you want based on how much macaroni that you're making. I love to go ahead and use evaporated milk when I'm making my mac. So of course I go by base of how much I'm making.
Okay.
All right. First, I put in my evaporated milk. Let it warms up in there. Usually your noodles already warm. Cut up my Velveetas into cubes, and as well as my cream cheese. I let the cream cheese and the Velveeta melt together.
Okay.
Of course, you guys, when you're rolling your noodles, salt to taste.
Yes.
Salt to taste. So you want to make sure your noodles have a nice little salt to it, or else, believe it or not, even through the cheese, you can tell if a noodle didn't have salt in it.
So now I have a question for you. Okay, you said you like to use the evaporated milk. Us Haitians, we like to use carnation milk. Is there a reason? Because again, as I'm cooking with you, I'm learning different ways of going about everything. So I want to know, I use carnation milk when I make my, macaroni and cheese, which is macaroni gratiné. So is there a reason why? Should I stop using carnation milk and use this one? I'm curious.
Excellent question. What a lot of people don't know, being Haitian or Caribbean, carnation is a brand.
Yes.
The milk is still evaporated milk.
Okay. See, I did not realize.
There's no such thing as a stupid question, by the way. So therefore, it's still evaporated milk. It's a brand. The same way, for example, I'm not paid for promotion. This is Great Value, which is by Walmart.
Yes, correct.
But it's still evaporated milk. If you taste it raw, you won't taste much of a difference. Now, Carnation being the most popular brand, of course, is more pricey.
It seems to be thicker, though, with the Carnation milk.
Because of its brand. It's like generic versus name brand. But it's still evaporated milk.
I'm learning. You see? I'm learning.
So therefore, there's also a reason why Carnation, which has probably been the longest one around, is more international than most of these, is because it's more of an original. So I can't afford Carnation because it's like almost $2 a can.
Yes.
But I'll buy this for like $1.29.
Correct.
But it's still evaporated, so more like generic brand.
Ladies and gentlemen, especially in the Haitian community, we learned something today, okay? Because let me tell you, even growing up in Haiti, correct me if I'm wrong, we use carnation milk for everything, even in our cereal.
Yes.
We used to have something called, it's not the same here compared to Haiti, it's called cornflakes, okay? We used to love carnation milk with cornflakes. So I just found out it's the brand. There is nothing that's much of a difference from the evaporated milk, which to me kind of looked like the brand as well.
Yeah.
So
Bravo, a lot of stores have their own evaporated milk. Restaurant Depot, wherever you shop, there's always an evaporated brand, but it just means a cheaper version, of the carnation brand. but it's evaporated milk.
Listen, we're learning together, okay? We're learning. So
Same go with condensed milk. The Nestle brand has different brand that still do condensed milk.
Correct.
But we call everything Nestle.
Nestle.
Yeah.
Everything is Nestle to us. Okay, so
So
what
at
do we do
this
next?
point, our cheese is completely melted and blended into our noodles. Now, if you like a meatless mac, you don't ignore the meat, but still add everything else. I always say that, again, this is my signature mac. Don't add what you don't like. And if there's something interesting, you're like, I never thought about that. Feel free to try it. I'll knock it to your try. I will not steer you guys wrong unless you really don't like something. Again, I love to add ricotta and cottage. Believe it or not, you can actually eat cottage cheese by itself with yogurt or everything on top of a salad. So a lot of people might look at it, it might look like la lait caillé or something like this. Don't knock it till you try it. Give things a chance, you guys. It's not that weird. And then, of course, I portion them out. And, of course, so let's say an equal part of ricotta cheese, same thing that you use on lasagna, and cottage cheese is what we're going to stir in there. Go ahead, Mimi. Stir in there for us.
So we're going to stir this thing up, okay? We're going to stir it up all the way.
Yes. And it's beautiful. It's creamy. I love my mac and cheese creamy.
Me too.
More than so too cheesy. Because if you're not using the right cheese, you just have a cheesy, greasy mac and cheese instead of a nice creamy mac and cheese. So I love it to be creamy before I add all just the shredded cheese to just make it creamy. So it's a nice balance. So at this point, it's all mixed in. Now, you want it like this, that's perfectly fine. But add our meat. I mean, feel free to let me know how the meat tastes like.
I thought she would never ask, you know. I thought she would never ask. Do we have an extra one? Because I want to use an extra one if we're going to use that one.
Yes,
Can I use
use the
this
fork,
one?
yes.
Okay, I'm going to use the fork.
Let me know how it tastes like so far.
Perfect.
Right. So that's, of course, one of the main ingredients to the
You gotta
signature
be
mac
here
and cheese.
to try it, but unfortunately you're not here, so I'm going to keep trying for you.
Yes.
This
So
is
at this
so
point,
good.
we're going to dump all that in there.
All I'm missing is the bread, guys, I promise you. This with bread, bomb.
And it's beautiful.
Okay.
The beautiful color. Now, when you mix the other cheeses into the noodles, it gives you more of a white instead of a dark yellow. Mac and cheese is not meant to just be bright yellow. That's just what, because a lot of cheddar cheese and stuff. But if you want it green, add some green dye. It doesn't matter. Play with your ingredients.
Yes.
But this is what it would have been. So at this point, I'm holding this. You could mix that in there.
Okay.
As you mix, all the flavor of the ground beef is going to marinate right along with the mac and cheese, and it turns it automatically a basic mac and cheese into a signature mac and cheese. The ground beef is everything. Some of us, of course, traditionally like ham, like just peppers and onions. That's what we, or jambon, you know, if you know jambon.
Correct.
But
My mom
signature
likes
mac
it
and
with
cheese,
ham. She loves it with ham. Yeah.
Yes. So therefore, doing it like this would make it my signature mac and cheese and how I like it. Ground beef substitute, ground chicken substitute, ground pork substitute, or plain meatless. So at this point, right along with everything, this is the part where I use the cheese as a binder also. Some people actually use eggs as a binder to get their mac stuck together, but I don't want it to be stuck in as a, you know, have you ever seen a mac cut into cubes and stuff like this? It's like a nice big block.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Sometimes it's because of that purpose.
That's true. That's
but
true.
I love it again, creamy, a little bit cheesy. So that's not necessary.
I don't know
here.
why when you said eggs, I was automatically thinking you put eggs in the mac and cheese. That's why I was just like, oh, yeah.
A lot of people it does. So, of course, right in the mix, I add a little bit of the shredded cheese in there.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And
I
of
know my
course,
husband is going to ask me to make this when we get home.
and you see the process.
And guess what? We're taking this home. I'm just saying.
Hey. Now, at this
And we're
part,
sharing, you know, we're sharing with
done.
Tawan, you know, we're going to give him some. He's going to taste it, you know, so.
At this part, we are done. So if you do want to do us the honor and see what you made, what we created.
Oh, my God.
And let me know, does it taste signature-ish?
Okay, so we're going to try it. I know it's hot, so I'm not going to try to get burned, okay?
Please don't.
Hold on. Look how cheesy it is. Getting burned on camera will be. So let me blow this, okay? Because I'm not trying to get burned right now. Listen.
Is it good?
10 out of 10, okay?
Nice.
10 out of 10.
So at this point, we're perfectly
And this is
done.
why we love her mac and cheese, guys, okay? This is why we love this. I'm telling you.
So we are done with the process of the mac and cheese. So what we would have done, you get your little pans as big as you want based on how much that you made. And we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna scoop it in there. Spray it if you want to, butter it up if you want to. It's not mandatory, but it's optional. You can do that. And you want your mac and cheese to be, like I said, you want a nice combination of creamy and cheesy and not just one without the other.
So cheesy, guys. Oh my God.
This is a signature mac.
I know, like, when you catering, it takes a full day. When you get home, tell me the satisfaction of just laying on your bed. Like, I'm sure you get so exhausted. As much as you enjoy it, you get so tired doing all of this.
I would say 5 out of 10, I don't go straight to bed. Besides unwinding, that's the time I catch up on invoices and everything.
Okay.
So let's just put this in here just for extra security.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So at this point right here, we're gonna top, you can hold it.
Just to put it there instead, yeah.
Yeah. At this point, what we're gonna do is top, of course, what's mac and cheese. If you don't do it au gratin, if it does not topped up with other cheese for you, with the rest of the cheese, the same amount of cheese, you're gonna go ahead. By the way, I have a process on how I do this.
Okay.
I always start with the mixed one, never fails. There's no other way I do it. I cringe if one of my staff do it another way. I like my cheeses to be put a certain way. So I would start with the mix first, and then the mozzarella.
Interesting.
And then I do the
I hope you guys
cheddar.
are learning as I'm learning.
I do the
okay?
cheddar last. Now, the good thing about a good cheddar last is it gives it that nice golden look when it's fresh out of the oven. It's bubbly. It has a great taste to it. So therefore, I like to put my cheddar last on my mac, and ta-da. This right here is oven ready.
Okay.
And once it's done, you have something like this.
Ta-da!
Yep. You have a nice signature mac. Go ahead.
Oh, I can try it? Listen, I'm trying everything today, okay? And I promise y'all, Monday I'll go back to the gym. I promise.
It's fat-free, but don't quote me on that.
I don't know about fat-free, but it tastes really good.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So that's what it would have been, and that's where your signature mac comes. And then we're done with that. So this is one of the best things about the holidays is it fits whether it's Thanksgiving, whether it's Christmas, whether it's Valentine's Day, heck, even if it's Halloween, if you celebrate it, you can't go wrong with a good mac and cheese around the holidays.
So there you have it. Any holidays that you're putting together, I guarantee you, just have mac and cheese on there. But now you know of a new way, try the Val's way. And of course, she has all the ingredients, everything right there in her book. She also has a piece that she sells. If you guys are ever interested on purchasing one, you can go ahead and do so. You can reach out to her and do that.
Yep.
But it was such a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
Such a pleasure to try this, try mac and cheese in a different way, even learning about carnation milk, okay, Haitians? Like myself, we learn, okay? We learned today. So we could use any other milk. It's not just carnation milk. Carnation is the brand, okay?
Yeah, evaporated milk.
This was amazing. This was great. We can't wait to do this with you again.
Awesome.
You know,
Thank
like
you.
for
Thank
the
you for having
holidays or
me.
any other time. It was a pleasure having you with us.
you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you, honey.
Mwah. Stay tuned.
Bye.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today for another episode of Coffee Talk with Mimi with Chef Val. I don't know about you. I had so much fun today. Chef Val got me outside, okay? We were cooking, we were chatting, we were having fun. Thanks to our camera guy, Mr. Tawan, you know, we were having fun behind the scene. So we cannot wait for you to see this episode, and we cannot wait for you to join us for the remaining episode that we have for the holidays. And remember, follow Chef Val on social media. This is her book, y'all. Excuse me, you see it, you see it. Make sure you purchase her book, and make sure you follow her on social media, and make sure you follow us too on YouTube, Coffee Talk with Mimi, and watch all of our previous episodes and the ones to come. We thank you for watching this, and happy Thanksgiving. Happy holidays. We're just getting started. Stay tuned for December. We love you. Thank you for watching.